How's it going, people? Jeff here from Ecom Geeks. Today, we're going to be talking about home pages, why they're important, and what to do to make the best impression with your homepage. So, first off, why are home pages important? Well, home pages are the number one place that you get to make an impression with your audience. You get to try and build trust, and you get to try and exemplify your brand, what your brand is about, who you are, etc., etc. And regardless of whether people go directly to your website or if they go directly to a product, 40% of people that go directly to your product will still go back to your homepage to try and see if they trust you or not. So let's get into some details about some do's and some don'ts when it comes to homepages. So today, for your viewing pleasure, I have taken our normal, dummy store, and I've created a duplicate version which shows off a lot of the horrible things that you should never do in your homepage. So first and foremost, on our version of our homepage, which is awful, you'll see first off we are missing a hero banner. That's what, this thing here is the giant rectangle. This is your main point where you get to tell people who you are, what you're about, and what products you sell. It helps build your brand. It helps incite trust in your potential customers to encourage conversions. Let's take a look at the terrible version of the homepage. There's no hero banner. There's nothing on here that indicates what this store actually sells. You could land here, you could see, okay, well, there's apparently great deals, there's a Valentine's Day special. There's nothing on here that shows what you actually sell. So that's why a hero banner is super important. The next part of the hero banner is the call to action, or the CTAs we call it, and that is the shop now button. I can click on this and I can immediately go to the whatever collection is selling best, or what we're looking at, anything that you want to that is selling your product. If you go to here, because there's no hero banner, there's no call to action. People have nowhere to click anywhere in order to get to your products. There's nothing on here. You have to use the navigation. A lot of people, we see a lot of stores where the navigation is awful too, or it's the particular type of theme that you're using, and the navigation is just not obvious at all, so people have nowhere to go in terms of actually finding products on your store page. Another big difference that you probably already noticed is the consistent color theme. So in this, homepage, you've got a lot of whites, you got, your light sky blue going on. It's very simple, very basic, and it makes it easy to the eyes. It makes it, nice and friendly. People see it as professional. On this version here, it's awful. There's no consistent color scheme. If we look at one of the products here, it looks like a scam website. If I were to go to the store, I would never buy anything because it looks awful. You can also tell that it's awful on the eyes. It's hard to look at, and no, just don't do it. Make sure you stick with a consistent color scheme. Make it easy, make it professional, make it look nice. So another thing that we touched on briefly was navigation, and that's another important part of your homepage. You want to make sure that it's easy for people to get to the types of products that they want to purchase. In this case, I have this nice little drop down which has, sub menus. If I wanted to, I could see everything for, gentlemen, or vice versa, everything for ladies. Or we could click down and, view specific parts of some of the website. Because we're using the same dummy store here, yes, I have the same navigation. Oftentimes that's not the case, and it just people can't get to where they're interested in. The last thing I'm going to say about the hero banner is that you want to ensure the most information is above the fold. And that is basically everything above where people have to scroll down from. So you can see already I've stated what I'm about, what I sell, and that you can go right here to purchase things. That is all before I actually have to scroll down the page. Now, once I do scroll down the page, there's a couple important things that are listed right away. First off, there's this thing that tells about my brand. I mean, it's not exactly the point because this is just a dummy store, but it basically talks about, what do we believe in? What is our brand? Who are we? What do we believe in? Why should you buy from us? It all. There's that, and then the next thing I have is 2 links to the 2 different collections that are our main collections. People can go directly there, boom, it brings them to the gentleman section, vice versa. And then lastly, we have some store reviews here. And this is really good because it provides a lot of validity to your store and to what you sell. It incites trust within your store and within your brand. The last thing that we have going on here in the homepage is the footer menu, and that has all of the important things. You want to make sure you have things like a shipping policy, refund policy, terms of service, contact. You just need to have this information here so that people will again, they will trust you. They will understand the agreement that they are going with when they purchase your products. Maybe they're shy and want to make sure that there is a refund policy, or maybe they want to contact you before making a purchase. Maybe they have something custom, or they have a couple questions. So you have to make sure that this is in here as well, and then that really tailors things off. One other thing that you should test is to ensure that your homepage looks good both on desktop as well as mobile. Now there's two different ways you can do that. When you're customizing your theme within Shopify, you can actually click this little button up at the top right and then go to mobile. That'll allow you to see what your store looks like if you're on a phone, and see if it's actually laid out well or whatnot, or if you need to make adjustments to your theme. The other way that you can do this is if you're using Chrome as a browser. If you right click and then click on inspect here, you can actually click this little button at the top left and toggle it between mobile and back to desktop. Almost 50% of shopping is now going to mobile, so make sure that you have that covered as well. So overall, there's other things that could be added or changed to this particular demonstration homepage, but it does give you a lot of insight as to what not to do. The last thing that I'm going to talk about is that when you have images on your homepage, make sure they are a high enough quality that they do not get pixelated. If you take a look here, you can see that this image is pixelated. If you're using this on your phone or something like that, you might not see it, but I made sure that this image was stretched out so that you can tell that it is pixelated. It looks very unprofessional. Even in professional sites, we'll have things like that come along, and if this were pixelated or this image, it just looks very unprofessional. It ruins the whole appearance of the entire homepage. So final thoughts, homepages are super important. You've got 3 to 5 seconds in order to engage the customer before the customer is going to move on. That's just how short attention span we have in this day and age. Make sure you include all the important things. Run it by a couple friends, make sure that they like it and they're not confused about things. And just make sure that people can trust you. That's the biggest thing. If you incite trust, then you can incite conversions. I hope that helps you. Catch you next time. Looking to improve your store? Hire a geek. We offer individual store optimizations, one-on-one training, as well as workshops. Check out the description below for more information.